I deliberately chose butterflies this morning because they symbolize transformation from the caterpillar into the butterfly. Butterflies live very short lives. It's true, that brings to mind a quote I saw recently from Maya Angelou, that people often admire butterflies, but they don't think of the work that it took for the butterfly to transform from the caterpillar into the butterfly, leaving its cocoon, escaping being eaten while it was in the transformation stage. I know about those things because I live in the Caribbean and I grew up as a tomboy. What does this have to do with the vibe of the week? I listened to Brené Brown today. I shouldn't even use the word try. I make it a habit to listen to something uplifting every morning after meditation. And today it was Brené Brown. And she gave the root meaning of courage because she was talking about vulnerability. And the root meaning of courage, because the word courage comes from the French word cœur, and cœur means heart. Courage really is just being vulnerable and acting from your heart, speaking from a place of vulnerability. And so, as the year winds down, hi Adrienne, good morning dear. As the year winds down and things are coming to pass, physical transitions, as I observe my mother's declining state. During my meditation, because I'm now hooked on Wayne Dyer's. It's a very old sound. It's a very old type of meditation from the Far East, of course. Because with that sound, while you focus on something that you want to achieve, a goal or whatever it is, you focus on bringing the sound up from your root chakra to your third eye. And I just broke down in tears. Thank you, Adrienne. Because then, actually, and the reason why I broke down in tears is because a wave of gratitude just submerged me. And you know what I was grateful for? Every single painful event that happened in my life. Everything. From being kicked out of the house because they just didn't get me. That's my mother. I didn't align with who they were and their expectations. Being homeless, living on the street. Just everything. And all of that was triggered by Brené Brown's talk because it's been rising for a while. And I mean, I have to be me, right? So I make scathing comments, and because it is so clear what's happening. But like the elephant in the room in this family, and I have been observing since I've been back, this particular culture this Caribbean culture, this violence-infused culture, they feel very uncomfortable. I'm just speaking about this culture in particular because I know this applies elsewhere as well. They have a lot of difficulty. Let's put it this way. They feel very uncomfortable sharing their emotions, expressing their emotions. It's terrible. It's terrible. It's scary. It's debilitating. And you know the damn thing is, I grew up in this culture, but I'm not like that. It always bothered me. Perhaps because I'm an empath, but I don't think so. It's just not my character. For me, it's to bring it out, even though I felt self-conscious, of course, in my younger days, because, I mean, when you grow up in a particular family, you go along and you want to go along. You even vote the way they do. I did once, and that once was quite sufficient. And everything else, because you want to belong. But then there comes a time when you have to grow up. You become an adult. And because I am who I am, and I am in your face, and I am determined to be me, and my character is very strong, my masculine side was very dominant because I had to take care of everyone, including my mother. And that just stayed. So I couldn't be soft. I couldn't show softness, regardless of what I felt. I had to take care, I had to show, I had to speak. And my skills, well, I call them skills. Some people call them my gifts of intuition, my sight, my discernment, where I could see where someone was going with something and immediately know not only what was going to happen. Often I know what people are going to say or how they're going to finish their sentences. All of that had to come to the fore because I had to take charge. I was large and in charge, and I'm in your face, and I'm going to stand up, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that, and nobody's going to break me down, and all of this sort of stuff. I was going to say all of this sort of crap. It's crap, yes, but it's not, because it's a learned behavior. And because of everything that impacted me in my life, I call it my coat of scars. It covered over everything. It made me feel strong. And I'm coming back to that word courage, because many people have told me how courageous I was, and I never understood what they meant. Because for me, when you have to do something, you have to do something. Is there another choice? You just have to do it. And now the true meaning of courage, which is speaking from the heart, acting from the heart. Yeah. I am courageous. I accept that. So all of those tears and snot that just flowed out this morning, and in addition to the anxiety, because I have a bill to pay. I have to pay my mentor, and I agree with him that when things are free, as I have experienced, it's not appreciated. So all of that anxiety and uncertainty made me realize. Good morning, Kellys. I'm on to do the vibe of the week. If you all have questions, I can always give you a reading once I'm finished. This is just a preamble to the reading. And Do you know? Let me assure you all of something, women in particular. It's all right to be vulnerable. Nothing is wrong with it at all. In fact, that is our strong point. Because we all know how men were brought up. They are not supposed to show their vulnerability. They are not supposed to cry. They are not supposed to act vulnerable. Which of course we all know is crap. Your vulnerability, ladies, and mine are our superpowers. It's time we embrace that. It's time we be courageous. That is, we act from the heart, we speak from the heart, we share what we feel, even when it is one, not accepted. Two, it makes others feel uncomfortable. Three, it's not the norm. People don't like that. Again, that's about change. And you know something? All of that is truly irrelevant. So for the vibe of the week, based on this preamble and my feelings, I'm not going to ask a question, although I have this thing in mind. So let's see what Dream Dust has to tell us for the vibe of the week. This is a precious time. For the first time in my life, because I have no precious Christmas memories. For the first time in my life, I see that really what I love about Christmas are the lights, and it is a season of light. It reminds me of Diwali, the Hindu festival that we celebrate here, which is the Festival of Lights. It's not limited to Hinduism because the entire country lights up. It has changed a bit now, but I grew up with every area, Hindu and not, lighting up all their homes, their yards, etc. Yeah, let's be vulnerable and live from the heart and enjoy this Festival of Lights this Christmas 2021. Dream Dust. I get the Chariot. The Chariot is a major arcana card. The Chariot is all about powering forward. It's about charging ahead. It's moving forward and letting nothing stand in your way. It's literally about the power of movement. It's about rising to the occasion. It's about rising out of the murky depths. You see that red in the middle? You see that power? It is moving forward. It was down for far too long. Notice that some of the red was scraped off and you're just seeing the white underneath. That was the force of the propulsion that sent it powering up, up, up into the skies, into the heavens, into the universe, and saying, yes, here I am. Think of it, and I just got an image of a massive shark, the great white, as it powers up out of the depths with its teeth showing, mouth open and ready to bite a piece out of life and say, this is mine. The two rockets on the other side are purple. Let your intuition go forward before you. Give your intuition free rein. Let it light up the skies. There's some green in there, and in fact there are two rockets of green on either side of the purple rockets, And do you know I never saw that before? The green is all about heart. Yeah. This magnificent chariot is number 7. And it's telling us in no uncertain terms to tap into our spiritual wisdom. That's the word I just heard, spiritual wisdom. I normally say spiritual enlightenment, but the word that came is spiritual wisdom. Create a plan for yourself and a sense of enlightenment. Go ahead and make the progress using your skills and your instincts. Move forward and know that there is no light without darkness. The two are complementary. We cannot live one without the other, otherwise there will be no balance. You are an empath. Me, I am convinced that every single woman on the planet is an empath. Smita, I am not accepting that question today. Sorry. Kelly's and Adrian, I'll give you all general readings if that's what you wish. You need to protect yourself from opposing emotions. This card is all about self-control, bringing out the warrior in you to charge ahead. Determination, movement and direction and travel. What else does it say? Release your fears to achieve your goals. The red is blazing bright on this card, and that's all about power. That's the determination that's rising up out of the darkness. This is so perfect for this, what is it, second week of Christmas? As we head towards the Festival of Lights. All right, so let's see. I love you too, Adrian. Thank you. Okay, so that was the reading for the week, my beautiful souls, from Soul Dance to the White Dragon. Now let's take some of these, give these ladies, these beautiful ladies, some readings. All right, okay, so Adrienne was first. What does Adrienne need to know right now for her highest good? Oh my goodness, I get another, I get 2 cards for you, Adrienne. Wow. Wow. Actually, I get 3 cards for you, so I'll just talk about the first one. I won't show it. It's the initiation card. It's a major arcana card. And I got 2 other cards for you as well, Adrienne. They're also major arcana cards. This is such a powerful message. The initiation card means that you do have to go through the dark forest, Adrienne, to get to the light. You have to dance with chaos. You have to go through the dark in order to get to the light. Heed your intuition. There is no dark without light, and in fact, I just finished saying that. The initiation is to grow you. The unfortunate thing in the West is that we do not have initiation for women and boys. Okay, I should say girls and boys. The initiation for the girls are actually when their periods come, when they begin menstruating. There's an initiation for that for girls in Africa and Asia, and with the nomadic and indigenous tribes throughout the world. There's none for girls. There is an initiation for boys among the same people. There's none for boys in the West, which is also why they suffer from the dysfunctions that they have. So Adrian, the initiation period is to grow you. It's for you to deepen who you are, for you to take the brackets off of your life, because we were brought up to live very limited lives, which is terrible. And those limited lives mean living by the demands of parents and our cultures. Some are much more limited than others. It's to break the mold in which you were formed. It's to crack that hard shell. It's to slough off the dead skin. It's literally to assist you in growing deeper roots so that no wind can flatten you. As my mentor Peter Sage says often, strong trees do not grow in rich soil. Strong trees grow in strong winds because they are forced to develop. Oh, it tells me Facebook is causing my phone to overheat. Otherwise it will be closed in 20 seconds. Okay, I'm gonna come off and return immediately. Okay, ladies?